Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News First at 4.
Good afternoon, I'm Connor James. First at 4, while some of us may be seeing a break in the clouds, this could fuel storms later this evening. With that in mind, we continue our severe weather alert day. Our chief meteorologist, Paige Noel, is following the potential storms for strong to severe storms this evening. Paige, what can people expect this evening?
We can expect more showers and storms as we head into the overnight hours, Connor. Some of those could be on the strong to severe side. Now we have a little bit of good news and bad news in this situation, and you'll notice here the Storm Prediction Center actually took that slight risk out of a good portion of eastern Kentucky. You'll notice most of us in that marginal risk. Remember, that's a 1 out of 5 on the severe weather scale, while a few storms, or really a few counties, are still in that slight risk. So we saw those showers and storms move through earlier today, and now here's the bad news. We're starting to see some clearing, and we're starting to see sunshine, which means those could fuel the storms that could be popping up later this evening, even as we head into the overnight hours. Right now, as we scan the skies, looking at basically a clean sweep. We've seen most of those showers and storms get out of here, but we are expecting more to pop up this afternoon. You'll notice UVA-wise, the clouds starting to clear over there. Really all of us getting in on that sunshine. Even looking outside our front porch here at the studio, you'll notice almost those mostly sunny skies, a few clouds here and there. So really just going to have to play the waiting game to see what this sunshine will do to the storms a little bit later. It's really going to depend on when those storms are popping up. Some models have them popping up 6, 7 o'clock, while others have them popping up a little bit later in the evening. So we'll break that down here in the next few minutes of the storms this evening. Soggy conditions really continue over the next few days. Do we get a break in those rain chances? I'll have a look at that full forecast coming up in just a few short minutes. Connor.
All right, thank you, Paige. Well, it's been a week since a downburst storm ripped the roof off of a building in downtown Prestonsburg, killing one man. Since last Wednesday, crews have worked to clean the debris and repair damaged buildings. WYMT's Marianne Fletcher has the latest on their efforts.
Officials say it has been a long week, but now they just want things to go back to normal.
We're really happy to have things going the way they are and looking forward to getting back to normal here very soon.
Les Stapleton is the mayor of Prestonsburg. 1 week ago, a storm ripped the roof off a business downtown. It destroyed everything underneath and killed 41-year-old Michael Coleman.
They started taking some of the brick off. They're waiting on some engineering reports to come back to be able to complete what they're doing.
Right now, construction is at a standstill while crews are waiting for those reports.
As soon as they get the reports back, Mountain Comp will make a decision, and we'll work with them any way we can to help them expedite their process.
After the destruction, Mayor Stapleton says many have come together to clean up the debris while repairing surrounding businesses.
Once they get that down, we'll be okay. As of right now, everyone's back in their businesses that were open. They have access to them at a minimum.
Stapleton says he is confident things are running smoothly. In Floyd County, Marianne Fletcher, WYMT Mountain News.
As of right now, there's not a definite date on completion. However, once engineering reports are in, we will know more. Well, Monday, family members said their final goodbyes to Matt North. North was killed in a mining accident in Cumberland at the end of May. His brother Todd describes him as the comedian of the family who loved coal mining, his family, and the Kentucky Wildcats. Now that he is gone, the impact of who he was will be his everlasting legacy.
I think the effect he had on the coal miners he worked with, and then the love, that he always displayed with his family. We're all really super tight. And then I think the support he was for Mom, Dad, and my 2 sisters.
Matt North was 48 years old. In Estill County, road is shut down this afternoon after a 2-vehicle crash. We know at least 1 person has died. That crash happened on Spout Springs Road at Twin Creek Road. The scene is between Clay City and Irvin. Nick Oliver is there with the latest details.
Traffic is backed up for miles at this point as Kentucky State Police begin rebuilding this crash to better understand what exactly happened. That crash happened Wednesday morning just before noon. Now, I am told 1 person is dead in what appears to be a head-on collision with another vehicle. Now, this is right off Winchester Road on Kentucky 82 in Irvin at the intersection of Trammell Lane and Twin Creek Road. Now, that's a 2-lane road with mostly farmland in between. Now, some of these vehicles that have been caught in this traffic have been here for hours. Now, this is also a heavily driven road by semi-trucks, making the delays and long lines even more challenging. Now, I am told they are beginning to wrap up the scene here and expect the roadway to be open within the next 30 minutes to an hour. Now, officials are encouraging anyone traveling through this area to check beforehand and to stay away as they continue to work on this scene. As for a name or gender of that victim, I am told that will be released at a later time. In Irvine, Nick Oliver, WYMT Mountain News.
Now again, just to reiterate what Nick said, police say the road should be open between 30 minutes to an hour, but expect some long delays. And police in Dallas say a 13-year-old teen shot and killed Tuesday night was just an innocent bystander. Authorities say Malik Tyler was walking out of a store with friends when he was hit by gunfire between two vehicles. Dallas's police chief says the only thing the teen did wrong was getting caught in the crossfire.
Young, innocent child was simply coming from the store with two of his friends. He was in no way involved in any of the activities that take place at this location. He was just an innocent bystander.
Authorities say the area where the shooting happened is notorious for gang members, drug dealers, fights, and shootings. Now, no one has been arrested at this time. Police are still searching for a suspect. And a judge in St. Louis heard arguments today from both Planned Parenthood and the state of Missouri as he considers whether to allow the state's only abortion provider to continue operating. Planned Parenthood asked for a preliminary injunction after the state's health department declined last week to renew the facility's license to perform abortions, citing patient safety concerns.
We think access is incredibly important, but again, as I've testified in court 5 times now, is that we can never sacrifice safety for access. We have to have both.
State officials say their concerns involve serious clinical issues but declined to elaborate. Planned Parenthood says the state's decision not to renew the license is about politics, not health. And Vice President Mike Pence will host a delegation from Mexico this afternoon to discuss tariffs set to kick in on Monday. The president wants a 5% tariff on all goods imported from Mexico. The White House says those penalties will be removed. Quote, if the illegal migration crisis is alleviated, the penalties could rise to 25% by October if that does not happen. While Republicans on Capitol Hill hope for progress at today's meeting, they warn White House officials they're prepared to act if the tariffs kick in.
I want to be supportive of the president, but my honest opinion is that the short-term gain is not worth the long-term pain. Now, he sees it differently.
Senate Republicans say they are considering a resolution of disapproval in the attempt to block new taxes on Mexican goods. Heading over to Wall Street on this Wednesday afternoon, the Dow closes up more than 207 points. And with the click of a button, you can download free and pay-to-play video games on consoles, your PC, and your phone. But this is causing trouble for brick-and-mortar stores like GameStop. The company's first quarter sales dropped 13%. GameStop stock lost 2/3 of its value over the past 2 years. The company has closed hundreds of stores. But the new CEO says he thinks he can turn things around for the business. He wants to cut costs and focus on parts of the business model that are still seeing success.
President Trump attends a ceremony marking the 75th anniversary of D-Day. I'm Ian Lee with more on the final day of the president's state visit to the United Kingdom.
And showers and storms continue this evening and even into the next few days. We'll take a look at that full forecast next.